What's up, everybody? So I got the GoPro on the helmet. I think I might have got the angle right, so I'm just gonna film it like this. We got a tree, skitter's up against it. It's got a good amount of back weight sitting here. We're just gonna dump it right down in this hole where that other hickory is, because we've already opened this up, so might as well continue just to, you know, destroy one area and not as many. Running the 046 still. Just got this saw from a saw shop, and I haven't got many hours on it, so I'm excited to run it. So we got the lean on this side of the tree. So this is the side we're going to start on. Everything before you hit that trigger. This last piece right here. Always keep your head up, looking for stuff that might fling back at you. I went and high stumped this one a little bit because of this. I didn't want to fight that hickory tree too much. You gotta watch going in with the tip of your bar too much right on this part right here. This will cause a lot of kickback, and too much of that, you'll break your tensioner on your saw. So you gotta try not to use that part of the bar. Try to use this top side or this bottom side. Keep you safer. Another thing is too, I don't run much more than a 25-inch bar, but if you run like a 32 or a 34, oh goodness, about lost these nuts. I'm not used to these nuts. But if you run a longer bar, you're actually safer because you have more of that weight farther out. These shorter bars cause to kick back more aggressively, get you hurt a lot quicker. For a ton of pressure right there with the wedge. We're just looking at if it starts to go this way, it gives back that pressure to it. Right in here to keep it up. It'll double up right there. If it wants to go, it's going to go. Those aren't going to do a ton, but it'll help a little bit. So we'll just walk around the back of the tree and watch it. Using all this holding wood over here to keep it, try to pull it over. Now this is the risk you take with doing that method. It tears the stump up. We can cut that off what do you call that? Laziness? I don't know. I don't. I call it using the tree. It's ugly. Of course it looks ugly. A lot of them you can stick there longer with it, but that thing started popping way before that. The only other thing you can do while you're doing that is pop a wedge in the back and try to beat it a little farther ahead instead of leaving it all on gravity and the lean of the tree and the stump fiber wood. This is big ugly white oak. Got decay in the back, hollow spot. Gotta clear some of this stuff out. But it leads really hard this way. So we got the skidder pushed against it, and hopefully we'll have enough pressure there and I can get back in it in time to push it over into that hole. That's the goal. Same thing, we're going to start on this side. We got all of our weight right here. About ready to go. It starts to twist. So I'm going to get in here, push it off. Woo. All right, 4. Here we go. Pretty much where we needed it to be. Stuff looks not great, but hey, we can cut that off because they're not going to want that anyway. that chain as high as you can. Now we watch it. Look at that. That's hollow. This is our only wood that's going to be holding. So that's it. That's what we're going to leave it at. Looks ugly. I get it, but I needed to make sure that I had a good hold on this top side, because I didn't want this to peel off and go that way, because we only had this short corner, and I knew I had that flare, but I knew I was going to cut that butt off anyway because it's super hollow. I mean, look at that thing's totally hollow, but it went right where we needed it to go. I aimed it right in there because of that top. I knew it was going to drift a little bit outside. This one's got a hard lean down the hill, so we're gonna put it in there. Our skidder's up here, we're gonna dump it in there. Take your time, don't rush this stuff. It's not gonna hurt anything. Another hollow one though. Tough one to get into. Hopefully you could see that. Both of them rotten as can be. But hey, there's our, that's exactly what we wanted. All right. Well, let me see if I can get some more trees for you guys to watch. And then we're gonna head down in the landing and start cutting up before the end of the day here. All right, guys, well, that's it for me today. Got about 20 some trees drug in. So we started marking them, but the neighbors wanted to talk about their timber, so I had to take a few minutes for that. So we got some rain coming tonight, so we're gonna lock everything down and call her quits. But I appreciate you guys coming along. Anybody who watched all the way through, let me know what you guys think. I don't know what you guys want to see, so I just threw a GoPro on the helmet. A couple people asked about it. We'll see how it turns out. So I appreciate it, and let me know if you guys want to see anything else. Until the next time, see ya.